After playing The Sims 4 for 5 years and spending literally thousands of hours in build mode, I went from making basic boxes like this and this to creating beautiful homes like this, and even grand castles like this. But let's be real, it wasn't easy. Building in The Sims can be kind of hard and honestly pretty daunting. I struggled with all the usual suspects. Awkward layouts, ugly roofs, objects that just would not go where I wanted them to. But over the years, I found 10 game-changing secrets that completely transformed my builds, and today I'm sharing them all with you. Alright, before we dive into the 10 big tips, we need to get ready. There are a few essential mods that pro builders basically have running at all times. I don't even type in most of my cheats anymore thanks to Twisted Mixie on Patreon. The mods that I am using are Cast Off Full Edit Mode Always On, Always MOO, Always Move Objects On, Testing Cheats True Always On, No Weather and Build By, which disables weather elements when I am in build mode, and Better Build By, makes build mode better overall. Before we continue, let me teach you guys how to open and close your cheats panel. You type in Shift-Control-C, and you have a white bar that will pop up. I don't need to type many cheats anymore because I have Twisted Mexie's mods, but the only cheats that I do use is bb.enable free build. And now that we have free build mode on, that means I could build in places like hospitals, the Magic Realm, the Science Lab, even other hidden worlds like Sylvan Glade in Willow Creek, and the Grotto in Oasis Springs. Twisted Mexie has a mod for this to always be on, but I don't prefer to have it on. And to close your cheats panel, you just hit Shift-Control-C again, and now it's closed, so now you can do whatever you want. So we've turned on all cheats, but what does that really let you do? Sure, it lets you stick things where they're not supposed to go, but the real power is making your homes feel real. For years, my house has felt so sterile and blocky because everything was locked to a grid. With this mod, you have the key to freedom though. So, how does this work? Well, Organize Debug, it does what it means. It organizes your items in build mode, including your debug stuff. This mod also overhauls the Content tab, and you will see the following. Unlocked shows you items that are unlocked behind a career or skill, like the painting easels or cameras or pianos and guitars. Purchased shows you items that you've purchased, but that's not really important because you can already see the items that you've purchased. Hide Maxies basically hides all Maxies items, and it's going to be blank unless you have custom content. Debug shows you all debug items, like hospital stuff, random tools. Live Edit mode shows things that are in live edit, and custom content shows your custom content that you have. I don't really have much custom content on my file right now. So the Better Build By menu. A feature with this mod, it helps organize and categorize the vast amount of debug/live edit objects, making them easier to find. These I recommend to have 3 on at least. Organize Debug, which you'll get a message that will say you need to restart the game so it can be fully ready next time you log on. The Move Objects On cheat, which lets you move things more freely. Ignore Unlocks, which will allow you to purchase items previously locked behind a career or skill. And Deletion Protection, I personally don't use this one, but it prevents build by from deleting any objects and the bug where architecture changes incorrectly and removes objects. Only use this when necessary. A tip for better build by, you can click 1 on your keyboard and you can enlarge the menu up to 5 rows. It can be helpful when you're looking for something and only 2 rows doesn't feel like enough. And to close it, you just click 1 again. Now, on to some build hacks I've learned. So, say you wanted to draw a wall, and you wanted to draw another wall. And say you don't want that wall to be there anymore, the one you just drew. Hold, Control, then select the wall tool again, then draw that wall, and it's gone. Or you can just click the wall and click Remove Wall. Either way works. I just learned this one yesterday as a time of recording on July 7th. Doing this or deleting walls individually or clicking and deleting the wall, I've been doing that for years. So you want to make a room and you want it to have like half a higher level or a lower level and then half a regular level. Draw another room. Now you got two separate rooms to work with here. You want this one to be higher. Click on raise platform or lower platform. I'm going to raise it. We can delete this wall right here. Your Sims will be able to walk in here and they'll be able to walk up here without stairs because it's only one rised up. If you rise it any higher, you'll have to add stairs. This can really change up a style of a room, especially if you're going for like a bedroom with like a bed over here and maybe like a PC over here and the doorway being right here and maybe a TV area over here. And there's endless possibilities to do with a platform in the room. So say you fence off an area and you put a gate on that area. We'll use this one for example. Say if you have this pathway and maybe you want to add a second one to it, but you don't want them to face the same way. You can click on the Sims 3 camera and then hold Alt on your keyboard and drag it and it'll turn. So now it's facing the opposite way. Clicking on it again will make it turn back. Once you're done doing that, make sure you click back to the Sims 4 camera or you'll be like me going all over the place, not knowing what to do. If you like gardening, this one's really going to help you. If you wanted to click a bush, for example, like let's say this wild grass, you can place it, but it disappears as soon as you place it and you have to go click it again or find it again in the first place. Where'd it go? There it is. Or you can hit shift and it'll stay so you can place a bunch of them. And if you want to get even more creative with it, if you hold Alt, you can freely place it instead of it being locked to the grid and fill up a lot of spaces. I love using this hack, especially with like raised ground levels. Say if I raise this and I don't want all that dirt to be there sticking up, I would then grab these and I would decorate it with the grass so it would hide. This isn't a great example. I could show a better example. But it would basically be used to hide the dirt if you didn't want it to be there. Here's an example with the castle that I finished. There was a lot of dirt spots all right here. If I move this, you'll see it. But I covered it with a lot of foliage, a lot of plants everywhere. And it was the same up here too. There was just a lot of dirt and everything, so I covered it with a lot of plants. And it looks a lot better. It looks cool, looks creative. I actually am in love with how this turned out. I got like a pond going over here where they can fish. I put a little garden over here and I plan to put a swing and a slide and like little things for kids to play here because this is a royal kingdom that raises kids here. So that's how I ended up using that to my advantage. You can do it too. It's pretty awesome. Get creative with it. Another cool thing is if you press the G key, it turns on and off the grid. I learned this earlier this year and it's actually pretty nice to use when I'm trying to take photos of a build and the grid is just in the way. We know we don't want it there, so using T on your keyboard, you get the top-down view of the build that you're looking at. So say if I had a room right here, you could see the top of it. Click T again and you'll see it at the normal way again. Before roofing, we need to build a house. I'm gonna select this one that I found off of Pinterest. This is how I've made my builds over the past few months. I study a lot of references off of Pinterest of what I would like to do. Alright, so let's build this house. So we're gonna need a square room tool. And we're gonna put that on top of here. We're gonna make another one right here. Put that on top of there. And then in the back, we're gonna do this. About right there maybe. Make sure it's even. And then we're gonna duplicate this one and put it up here. One more small room right here. Not probably gonna be a functional room. This room will just be for decoration. And then let's also raise it up on a foundation and let's give it a porch. And some stairs. We'll go with these ones from Life and Death. Put a roof on top of this. Stretch this room all the way out. And for the back, we're going to add a porch as well. Let's get those stairs from the front. Boop. And we're going to have them go out like this. And let's give it a roof. There we go. All right, so we got our basic layout. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I do want to add a greenhouse actually as well, because I want to show you guys how to roof a hexagonal room or a round room. I'm actually going to use making an octagonal room. I'm just going to use this preset one and bring it out. No, actually I don't like this preset one. I'm going to draw it out. There we go, I like that a lot better. I might actually bring it out some. Maybe make it a little skinnier. That should be good. I like that. Let's add a chimney right here too to add more definition to the build. We can use this chimney from Life and Death. I'm using shift to hold down so it will duplicate, because if you don't and you just put it down, it'll stop duplicating. But there's that so far. Let's roof this place. So we're gonna grab a gabled roof. That's gonna go here. We're gonna bring that this way. And then all the way to the back. Let's see, I'm gonna make it a little taller because it's taller in the picture. Now we're gonna copy that and bring it over here. And if it's hanging over, that's okay. We're just gonna bring it in. And I don't want these edges to be sticking out like that. So I'm gonna hit shift, because if you don't hit shift and you just bring it in, it'll bring both sides in. But if you hold shift and do it, it just brings the one side in. We're gonna take a half gabled roof and put it over here. Match it up with this roof. Actually, I'm gonna bring the thing back out. Let me see something. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit more. We'll put one of these up here. Match the picture. And we're gonna take the gabled roof again. We're gonna put it right here. Turn it. Bring these in. And we're gonna stretch it all the way across. That's poking out right there. Let's fix that. Hold shift. Boom. Now to do this little back here, we'll take this roof and copy it and place it here. Bring it in. There we go. And now for the hexagonal room, you got a few choices. You could choose this kind of roof, but it won't really work for the shape that we got going here. All right, what about octagonal roof? Oh, that might work better. I like that. And now you got this little awkward part here, and to fix that, we're gonna take this, make this a little higher. We're gonna take one of these roofs, place it there, drag it over, and we're gonna bring out the eaves on this. So we got these weird little parts poking out. Let's see if we can fix that. Hold shift and click C. Now you got these other dot options. I'm gonna see if I can try to bring that in. Almost. Let's see if I can. Almost. We're getting somewhere. Let's try a little bit of that. No, I think that's not working. Doing up was actually better. There we go. Oh, that's very smooth. I like how that looks. And let's bring this down. Actually, never mind. Put that back up. That actually looks really nice. I like that a lot. Alright, so we got our basics done with the house. And now we got roofs. Now to explore freezies. These are exterior trims. They're located right here on the house. These are decorative bands that you can place on top of your exterior walls. Just like roofs, if you hold the shift key, you can apply the freezie just to one room at a time instead of a whole room. So we could use one of these. Let's see which one would be nice. We got like a lumber theme going for our reference picture. So maybe some wood. Ooh. So we hold the shift key and it'll go on one wall. Let's do a trim instead. Oh, you definitely want to use a trim on these parts. There we go. Alright, so now we got a band going around the house. Oh, I missed a spot. Let's make sure the roof isn't clipping anywhere into the house. Oh, it looks like it is here a little bit. Let's try to fix that. Take shift and bring it in right there. Let's do it with this one too. Yeah, we might be stuck with it. When placing stairs to get to the upper floor, hold the control button on your keyboard to place them on the floor below. This way, you won't have to keep switching back and forth up and down stairs. This makes things so much easier. So I'm going to place these stairs right here. Let's see how that looks downstairs. Alright, that's good. Because the entryway is going to be right here. And I'm probably going to make this a bedroom or something. Probably put like a kitchen right here. This is a lot of empty space to be used. Did you know that you can add windows to the whole house at once? Well, you can. Set it to be a placed by room and they'll be placed around the room that you selected. Now, I personally don't use this one much because I like more control when placing my windows. But let's pick a window so I can demonstrate. Let's see. As you can see, it snaps into place when you go to try to place the windows. And this is how it looks on the inside. And if I wanted to, I could do the same for this one. Ooh. But it has a window where I'm not sure if I'd want it there. I personally might put it here. And then use the eyedropper tool. Go by window. And put them there like this. Let's do this whole room like that. Select the eyedropper tool. And place it there. So it's not clipping through the ceiling. And we're going to place one of these. Now I'm going to place this one up here. And probably do like a circle window for the top. There we go. Now to window the rest of the build, let's find a good window. We'll go with these wide windows from Get Together. And the windows above that, we could do, on the top floor, we can do the windows from Life and Death. And let's get that little window over here again. Place it there. Place one here. There we go. And for this, I'm actually going to do the glass walls that we have recently. I'm going to do this one. It looks pretty fancy. We're going to do the whole room. Can't forget the little one up here, but the round windows. And we'll use these little windows from Get Together. There we go. The house is windowed. I added a few windows that I felt like I missed, so I got some more windows on this build. Now let's do the front and back doors with columns and spandrels. I'm going to be using this lightish, darkish brown one, and we're going to copy that and put it here. And then we're going to drag it over to this. And then we're going to put another one here. And we're also going to do the back. Let's add a stairway and a fence. I'm going to do this dark brown one from Life and Death. Apply that to both. Make sure they kind of match what you're doing. And now to get the fence. I learned this hack about a year ago online somewhere, and I decided to use it in some of my builds. So, we're gonna build a porch. Remove the roof. And we're gonna remove the walls. And now we're gonna add these stairs right here. And we're gonna make an open doorway. So what I'm gonna do is delete these two windows. And we're gonna draw out, there we go, some walls. And we're gonna go into the Windows mode and go to medium windows. Pick out the everlasting window from Life and Death and put those there. And then delete the walls that you made here. And now it looks like an open doorway. We can add a fence around this. And there we go. Now we're going to choose a color scheme for this build. In the reference photo, it's a wood cabin theme, so let's try and copy that. But to add more character, I usually add stone walls to make rooms really pop, so it's not single colored and ruining a beautiful build. We'll go with this one. Make sure you get the whole house. And you see how it's white right here? We can also color that too. It'll be under platform trims, and you could choose the same color you did for the first one. And there you go, so it gets rid of that white line there. Let's do that. We'll go from the bottom up. Let's paint these foundations. I'm gonna go with this dark brown. Mainly get the main part of the house dark brown. I see we've run into an issue. Best way to fix it. So, I want this to be a different color than it shows in the back here. So what I'm gonna do is take this, pull it all the way back here, copy it, put it there. Now I got two of them. Get that window again. And now I can change its color. Now I can change its color without ruining the back's color. So now I'm gonna go in with some stone. I'm always obsessed with the white cobbled from Cottage Living. Let's see how this looks. I like it. Now we're gonna put that on there. And we're gonna do the chimney the same color. And this little doorway here. And we got that part down. Now to do the roof. We can do a black roof. Let's see, I want it to be pitch black, so let's go to colors. Let's see this one. Ooh. And this one I'm actually gonna make a clear roof. And you see how that white is in the middle there? We can fix that. Pull this back for a moment. Take the color of the glass wall and put it there, or you can make a clear glass wall and put it there. And then bring this back. And it's kind of fixed. Let's see. I could probably bring this in. There we go. That looks good. And we gotta get the roof trim. I'm always obsessed with the beveled roof trim. I don't know how to pronounce that right. I have dyslexia. Let's go with that. That looks nice. Get all the roofs. It's coming together. Now let's choose a color for the pathway and the porch. We'll do... What's this look like for the porch? Ooh. We'll do this brown from Life and Death. I am obsessed with the Life and Death pack. I'm so happy I bought it when I did. Put that here. And we'll also put it here and here. And the color of the stone paths. Let's see. I usually always go with this one. And we're going to go by tile. So let's go like that. Let's get this here. Do the pathway to the front door. And this is just going to be a little patio area. Like you can add a grill, probably, and like a seating area, or maybe a campfire right here. Anything really. You can put like so many things here. And we're going to copy that in the back. Get this little pathway right here. And there also is a place you could put a pool right here. Maybe put like a bunch of kids stuff right here in this section. Endless possibilities. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to make an above ground pool instead of just making a basic in-ground pool. You're going to take the pool tool and draw out a pool like you normally would. Then we're going to rise it up until it matches the same height as the wall. You want to make sure they're the same height because we're about to build a deck. So now that you got your pool, select room, and we're going to just draw a room around it. Make sure the pool is still there. Yep. And now we're going to delete the ceiling and remove all the walls. And we're going to use this fence. And we're going to use this same floor swatch, same foundation swatch, and instead of stairs, we're going to put a ladder right here. And let's give this pool a trim. I like that one. Let's fix the wall here. And now I'm going to decorate only this outside piece here just to show you guys a few tricks and tips. So let's say we're going to put a grill out here. We'll do this one. And we'll do a bench for you to come out and sit on and eat. Let's add some lounge chairs. Remember, if it doesn't duplicate when you place it down, hold shift and you'll be able to place it down that way. So this item doesn't clip into the spot that I want it to, so I'm going to hold shift and alt. Alt is to help place it, shift is to duplicate it. And holding both at the same time to give you a lot of control, just like this. Now let's remember to decorate the pool. Give it a pool ladder. We'll go with the black one. And let's put a floaty in there. I like this one. And let's paint it. We'll do like a brown color. So let's do tile. Colors. Light brown, dark brown. And the wallpaper. Tile. There we go. Let's put plants around the house. I like to put a plant on every window that I see because it really can bring a build together. So let's see which plant we're going to use. You go to wall sculptures and there's usually some good ones. Sometimes I use this one, which this might actually look good here. So let's do this. Hold shift while putting these plants around the house because these don't duplicate when you place them down. Let's pick another one. Alright, we got the first level done. The second level, it's kind of hard to add plants because of these windows, they stick out. And sticking a plant on it just makes it kind of disappear, so I'd have to make it either bigger or choose a different plant. By the way, you can resize objects by pressing the brackets on your keyboard to make it bigger or smaller. So to make it bigger, you press the right key, and to make it smaller, you press the left one. I think I'll put some little plants up here. Let's do this one. Ooh, that's pretty. Hold shift There we go. And do the other side. And this hanging one will hang off there. And all the other tiny windows like it, like this one. Over here. A bunch of them back here, so let's see. We're gonna go boop, 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 boop for all the attic windows. Oh, and last one right here. Boop. The house has been booped. Now let's do a little bit of basic landscaping. Before we lay down the plants, we gotta lay out the dirt. So let's lay out a path of dirt. And we're gonna do this one right here too. And here. And a little bit right here. In the backyard as well. Do like a little piece right here, and right here. Oh, and over there, this little corner. There we go. So we have our set spots for where we want to put our plants. Now let's lay out some plants. I normally use these, and I press Shift and Alt to place it. And then I use the right bracket key to make it bigger. And I do it again, just in a different place. And I keep going until I fill up the spot. And then do the same over here. We'll add a little bit of special plants there, but first I'm just going to do the filler plants. Actually, I'll probably do... I actually want to do a little pond right here, so we're going to move these plants. Just move them down this way. And we're going to go to the terrain tools and go to dig. We're going to do a little lower terrain and make this a decent little size. I don't know, that's too big. Let's do a little smaller. Let's do that again. And fill with water. And we'll cover the rest with plants. You can also use your 9 key to raise up and place if it doesn't place up immediately. There we go. Oh yeah, it's a nice little pond there. I like that. And we're gonna go to the backyard right quick. Place down the base. Put a hedgerow right here. Oh, and this little filler spot here too. And now let's go in with some flowers. Let's do some different colors too. Let's put some of these plants around the water. Shrink down this hosta because it's usually too big. And if you really want to get a little bit more decorative, you could leave it like this, or you could grab one of the little fences like this one. Go to the free fence laying and draw around your little garden that you just did. Back here we can add the flowers again right here. Let's do purple ones right here, and a white one right there. And we can put another hosta right there. And let's grab that gate again and place it here. This is a tough one, but you can do it like this. Because if you do it from the sides, it'll be like that. So you gotta make sure you do it like from the middle or from the ground, so it'll stay that small. And this last one right here. All finished. If you guys want to see me decorate the inside next time, let me know. And let me know what you think of how this turned out so far. That was 10 build tips I wish I had known when I first started this game 5 years ago. Combining these secrets will give you the power to build pretty much anything that you can imagine. I'd love to know which of these tips were your favorite, or if you know a pro trick that I missed. Let me know down in the comments. Also, I'm looking to learn more myself, so always educate me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want more build tutorials, speed build, cast videos, anything really, anything Sims related, subscribe to the channel and don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and keep that plum bob green.